All right, what I'd like to do now is to show you a few different styles of banjo playing. I mean, so many people when they grab a banjo, they figure, well, I can only play this style, or I can only play that style. Well, because it's an instrument, you can play anything on it. You can play jazz, you can play blues, you can play just about anything you want, classical, and I mean, I've written a few songs that border on all those extremes, as a lot of people would call them, for the banjo. But I've had people come up to me and say, well, you don't play a bluegrass banjo. And I said, well, I just play the banjo. And that's what I enjoy doing, is just playing the banjo. And I hate to put a label on it. I mean, I love bluegrass music, but I also love other styles of music too, and like to delve into a little bit of it. So if I could, just give me a minute here and I'll play a few different styles for you to show you some of the difference and how you can start developing your own style, because that's going to be the key. You can take someone's tablature and say, okay, I want to play it just like this, and once you develop your own style, you're going to be different than that person. You'll be playing the same song. As a matter of fact, I was reading someone's tablature just last week, and this one song, I started going over it, and he's a great banjo player, believe me, he really is, and I respect him greatly. But when I started playing the song, I actually had to leave a lot of the notes out just to play like him, instead of playing my own style. And you know, I just want to play my own style. That's how I started. When I was a young boy, my favorite banjo player was Don Reno, which a lot of you would know. And I loved Don because he just put so much in, and there wasn't a whole lot of void spots in his playing. And I appreciate all the banjo players, but Don was always my favorite. And of course, today you have all kinds of fellows playing the banjo. You have Bela and just all kinds of styles. And I'll just show you a little bit of some of those styles. I'll start out kind of with the basic Earl Scruggs style banjo playing. That's basically your Earl Scruggs style banjo playing. Don Reno played something like that, but he had his own style. I mean, he played the basic rolls, but what I liked about Don is that he could also play slow songs, and he did things a little bit different. He took like two strings and would hit them both at the same time with his thumb. Something like this. And he could play a lot of slow songs behind people doing that style. There's another banjo player who I respect a whole lot and have picked with, and just love the way he plays, and he plays a totally different style also, and his name is Eddie Adcock. And I grew up listening to Eddie and got to meet him, and we played together. As a matter of fact, we were on CNN together one time, if I'm allowed to mention that. But anyway, he plays a little bit different style also. He took the sound of a pedal steel guitar and placed it on the banjo. His would sound something like this. That would be the Eddie Adcock style banjo. Well, I like them all. I play a little bit of all that stuff. And here's one that's got a little bit of a jazz flavor to it. It goes something like this. So. See, I put a little bit of everybody's in that. That song was written by me. That's called Breezin'. And it's got a little bit of a jazz flavor to it. There's a lot of different things you can do. Single string stuff, that's